Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be checking out a video, and this one is a bit unique. First of all, it was a recommendation by Martin, and the title of the video that we're going to be checking out is titled Fred Dibnah Laddering a Chimney Part 1. So that's very unique, first of all. I don't know who Fred is. A chimney, I don't really know chimneys being really, hard to get to. But we're going to check out this video right now. So thank you for the recommendation, Martin. And if you have any recommendations, click that link in the pinned comment section of the comments. And you'll be able to recommend anything, just like how Martin also did. But anyways, man, without further ado, let's get into this video.
Well, basically, this is sort of a packing that keeps the ladder off the wall of the chimney, so there's room for your boots to go through, on the rungs of the ladder. There's two schools of thought in this. One that, tying them on with string is time consuming and all that, which it is. But the thing is, when it's being pulled up the side of the chimney, by my mate here, it bangs against something, it only busts the string, Like the other school of thought is have a metal construction that's bolted to the ladder, which when that hits an iron band or something like that, it busts the bloody ladder, you see. String is cheaper than brand new ladders.
I'm guessing my brother is British, so I guess I see why this was recommended.
So, but it does take a bit of
Let's
time.
see how y'all do it,
tie
though.
them all on. Yeah, that's the only problem. Right. Now it's going to be just underneath the third rung, so there's room for your boots. They've just got to be just underneath the third rung, so there's room for your boots there. Right. If you tie it on there, it's amazing how it gets in way.
Right.
It's in the wrong shop because there's no room for your feet. Yeah, basically that piece of wood is just to put there to hold the ladder off the wall. Here we are drilling the first hole in which there is an hole actually there that's just been pointed up. So knocking the first dog, which will be the hole fast at the base of the first ladder, as you might say.
So y'all gonna use all three of those?
Then goes the plug wood, which, as you can see, it don't go in very far, but it's quite far enough, it's quite safe. And that's what's termed as a dog. Then I'm going to knocking in now. And the next stage is to the piece of rope. It's called a lashing, and it's a piece of rope about 5 foot long with a loop spliced on one end, as you can see. The next stage is to prop up a ladder and climb up it as though you were going up to clean the bedroom window. And then about 5 feet from the top of that ladder, you drill another hole, but in our case the hole's already there. You drill another hole as plumb and straight above the one below as you can get it, and insert another piece of plug wood and another dog.
Wow.
As you get a bit higher up, the holes have a tendency to get a bit deeper. I think it's called fear.
That's pretty high up already.
Here you see the first ladder is in position, and I'm about to tie it onto the bottom.
No shit.
The bottom hole fast.
No shit. That's wicked. Hold on. Okay, first of all, I did not think when he was saying about he got to have a little bit of space for the boots, I was not thinking that's what he meant, right? But now I'm seeing what he meant. Now everything is adding up. But right now I'm getting scared because why did he have 3 of them in the beginning? This is the first one. Is he going to go? This is actually really insane because it actually makes sense because when you look at something like what's that called again, windmill or anything like a tank, like a large tank that stores chemicals or gas or something like that, where like at a factory, they usually have something like that, right? Like a large water tank, something. They usually have something like that, and it's usually pinned against the wall, but it's usually welded to the wall. So damn, wow, okay. I really don't know how high he's gonna go, but yeah, I'm kind of scared for Big Dog.
And I'm about to tie it onto the bottom dog or the bottom holdfast, which you know, that's where the beer belly comes in handy. It's sort of round the hook, round the side of the cheek of the ladder, under the rung, round the hook, round the other cheek of the ladder, round the rung, and then back round the rung below, and a 12-inch on, and that's got it fast. It will not come off. And the thing to do also is use as much of the rope up as you can, because in a gale the ends start to blow about and the whipping comes off the end of the rope, and then you've got one with like a cat o' nine tails end on it,
That's
blowing
shaking.
about in the wind. That is the pulley wheel to pull up the next ladder. Here, the next operation is to tie the ladder to the top dog or the top holdfast that you've just knocked in, without tying it to the haulage rope, you know, because you sometimes, if you're not paying attention or you're trying to talk to somebody who's mithering you on the floor, you end up lapping it round. You see how easy it would be to lap it round the haulage rope.
That's right.
Yeah, that's it. That is now, the bottom ladder is now firmly fixed and as good as it'll ever be to the wall of the chimney. And the next operation is to climb up
Got
to
some
the
nice
top of
shoes,
that ladder
baby.
and sit astride the top iron rung and reach up as far as you can and drill another hole in the brickwork, which of course it's very easy for me here because having done this thing about 7 times before and used exactly the same holes every time, I know exactly how far I'm reaching and where I'm going, and it's quite an easy operation to keep the whole stack of ladders in a very straight line. If you're putting them up and you wander towards one side, when you're putting the staging up at the top and you've got one ladder that's maybe 2 foot gone a bit sideways and say the other one's gone the other way, it looks rather an erratic effort at the top, you know, everything's out of line and out of square. Now we've drilled the hole approximately 5 feet above the top of the bottom ladder.
How tall is this shit?
On the pulley wheel. Now this is where the tricky bit comes in. The second ladder is tied on approximately 9 rungs from the top, which is about midway. And of course, when it's being pulled up by the labourer or the man down below, we lose more or less half a ladder of a lap, which you'll see the reason for this shortly. The thing is, as that ladder comes up, or the second ladder comes up, on the bottom rung of it, there are 2 lashings, one of which I'm using now to tie the bottom rung to the nearest corresponding rung of the ladder that's stuck to the wall. I've got the other lashing round my neck, and the 2 steeplejack hooks which have come up with it are stuck in my belt. That's a secondary sort of safety precaution, the one with just a 12-inch round the side, just in case that hook there that I've got my hand on, or the one that the pulley's on, if that happened to come out, I'd still be in with a chance, you know. The ladder would still be connected with 2 hooks to the bottom one. As you can see, it's slightly precarious there how it shakes about, but Once you've lashed it to that top hook, which is 5 foot above the bottom ladder, you've only got about 6 rungs above that are standing in free space, or what you might call unconnected to the chimney. It is now possible to unhook the pulley wheel and carry it up the back side of the ladder and hook it on the top iron rung, while you use one of the dogs that's stuck in your belt to, you know, get another purchase 5 foot higher up still, you see.
Listen, I respect it, but I ain't doing this shit. Boy, this shit look like he about to fall. Bro, this shit just looks terrible. Oh my God, bro, like...
Once you've drilled that hole and put the dog in, you can lift up the pulley wheel onto the dog, which of course one end of the rope is still attached to the ladder that you were sat on. And then you'll see in a minute where when I come down and untie that ladder, my man at the bottom pulls and up goes the whole 21 pins of the ladder onto the top of the bottom ladder, which sounds unbelievably complicated, but it is quite a simple operation, really. In fact, it's so simple you can do on a good chimney on a good day where it isn't windy and you don't manage to thump the hell out your hand with the hammer. Like, you know, I mean, if you miss with the hammer, it's rather painful. There goes the pulley wheel down the ladder. Untie the lashing at the top that's holding the top of the ladder. Now it all comes loose and flops about in the wind. That's the dodgy bit when it's very windy and you're 3/4 of the way up and the wind's trying to snap the ladder off sideways. It's quite exciting. And there's the secondary lashing on the side, and then finally the one at the bottom. When you've released it at the bottom, it's at the mercy of the man on the floor and the wind.
What's gonna happen now?
Sometimes it's rather awkward when it's very windy and the ladders start twisting round the rope, you know, that's pulling the thing up.
Bro, where the rest of the video at, bro? That's some bullshit. Bro. Oh my gosh. That's some bullshit. That is crazy, man. Where the rest of the video at, bro? Like, I'm gonna see if I can find the other part of the video, but that shit was crazy. That's insane. Like, shout out to him. I guess this was how they did it back in the day. But real life, I ain't even gonna hold you. But dudes back in the day, like, they was mad tougher than everybody right now, you know? Like, the strength of a man was, you know, this is what you were judged by. Not no tough, oh yeah, I'm tough, come fight me type shit. Nah, that wasn't it back then, right? So I respect this shit, bro. That's real life. That's some real shit right there. I respect it. I wouldn't do it. we in 2024, like, nah, we just make something, you know, get up there, simple. But that's kind of crazy. But yeah, I'm gonna check out part 2, man. Thank you for the recommendation, though. I wish I had both parts ready, but I didn't know it was part 1 only, as in, like, you know, this is what it is. But yeah, it is what it is. But we gonna check out part 2 for sure. But anyways, guys, thank you for watching this video. I'm out of here. Peace.